This definitely needs motion controls.
He's right. Oh my god, he knows. He knows.
Otherwise, you end up doing the thing where you play every console FPS where you go like this. The target's right there. I'd like to shoot that person.
He gets it. That's it. That's it. That is exactly why you use motion controls. Here's what happened. I posted this tweet. I said, link me your favorite creators' reaction videos or reviews of Splatoon. I'm going to do a reaction of them. And we're going to go through and react to them. It's really easy for us to get into our own little rabbit hole, our own bubble. And I think it's really helpful, like, for example, if you need to explain your game to somebody who's never seen it before, to know what it felt like to play the game for the first time, to have some other perspectives from people who you respect on what the game is like. And so I think it's fun to go and look at what other people are saying about it. So even if, you completely disagree and hate what they're saying about it, at least you can, what narratives people are getting about it in more mainstream circles. We might as well start with this, right? This is what kicked the whole thing off. And so let's see what he thinks of my favorite video game.
This is my character, and this is,
All right, so first of all, bowl cut. Not the choice that a lot of people are going to go with.
I installed Splatoon 3 and made this character, and then never opened it again. God, it's had to have been at least 3 weeks.
3
weeks. Had to have been
Okay.
at least 2 weeks.
So it's been 2 or 3 weeks since he has played the tutorial. Is he going to remember how to do anything?
At least.
Full disclosure, there might be some language, will be some language. Video game Dunkey is in this lineup. Of course, there's going to be some language.
Boy. Is there sprint? How do I
Is there a sprint? Oh no. So he doesn't remember anything, does he? He's literally never played a game of Splatoon before.
I don't know how to play. I actually don't know how to play. Is there sprint? How do you do the squid move where you jump in the squidding?
Wait, is he about to win his first 1v1 that he ever plays? No way, he won his very first 1v1 ever in Splatoon ever. That never happens. I remember my first game, it was on the reef. And I was going in and just running straight to the bridge and dying every single time. Like, very reliably. And like, it was like that for a long time while I was playing at first. And here he is, and he just beats the first player he runs into. That's insane. He doesn't even know how to go into swim form yet. He literally does not know to press ZL, and he's already splatted somebody.
Oh,
I'm so mad.
Yeah, first frag! That was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I like to hear that.
That was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that. That was fun.
See, that I remember, my first time was that obnoxiously difficult, where I'm just getting absolutely demolished by all these people. Like, it's amazing to me sometimes what keeps someone playing a video game. Like, I remember starting League of Legends, and it was so fun to me. I was like, I love this game. I'm terrible at it, but I love it. And looking back on it, after, like, the first 50 or 100 games where I finally kind of had an idea of what was going on, I'm like, that was the most awful, painful learning curve I've ever been through. Why did I think that was fun? And so it's really nice to despite all of the beginner players who, will leave complaints that like, oh my god, I'm getting matched up against all these people who are experts, this is so hard. It's nice to hear that someone's still enjoying the game despite not knowing very much about it.
Yep.
Oh my god, look at this. This is amazing. Like, this is the kind of thing that sets Jerma apart from other content creators.
Okay.
And that's what Stick Game looks like.
This definitely needs motion controls.
He's right! Oh my god, he knows. He knows.
Otherwise, you end up doing the thing where you play every console FPS where you go like this. The target's right there. I'd like to shoot that person.
He gets it! That's it. That's it. That is exactly why you use motion controls.
Try out the gyro controls with it. Let me see. Bro, no fucking way. How does anybody do this? I feel like when a 70-year-old lady was handed a Wiimote for the first time and she'd never played a game before in her entire life. That's how this feels to me.
And that is also really accurate. Like, there are going to be a lot of probably like anti-motion control takes because this is their first reactions to the game. And that's everybody's take when they first play Splatoon. Motion controls take an experienced gamer who has played so many shooters before, you know, so many thousands and thousands of hours in this medium of artistic expression, and it makes them feel like illiterate toddlers because they've just never had to do that with their hands and wrists before. They don't know how to physically hold it. It's disorienting. It's like you get used to the physical like coordination with the controller. You know where the buttons are without having to look at them. That takes a long time to learn. Like, think about when you were little and you were trying to learn to type and you were just pushing the keys one by one while looking at the keyboard, and now you just like tap 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 because you've got them all in the right place. It's the same thing. You're pulling the rug out from under someone. All of the expectations that they have about what is going to happen when they move are thrown out the window in ways that are disorienting and jarring. Nobody's going to have a positive reaction to that at first. And Nintendo is very brave for trying to push that. I have a theory, honestly, that Nintendo actually gated the stick controls at a way lower sensitivity to force people to try and learn motion controls, because they're like, dude, you got to try this. We promise it feels good. Just give it a shot. Just spend a week on it. I feel like that might actually be a legitimate design philosophy for them. But, like, Jerma is summing it up in a very fair way here, I think. Because that's a lot of people's reaction. A lot of the time people shut it off right away. But you gotta stick with it for a little bit longer. And I hope that Jerma kind of comes around to that.
I've played as many games in Splatoon as there have been releases of this series. So let me get used to the game.
That is a very valid reason, actually. Like, using the stick controls as training wheels. Using the way that you're used to playing the game to get used to the game first, and then maybe try to introduce the motion controls. I don't know. I personally like the just jump into cold water approach a little bit more with learning stuff like that. I'd prefer to just get wrecked, but for my practice to actually go towards getting better at it. But, like, having those training wheels can be nice. And Nintendo's really good at adding training wheels to the game. Like, the roller is a really good source of training wheels. The roller doesn't require you to aim as much. You can paint just by kind of like walking around. You can splat someone just by walking around. You know how to walk around at least. Like, you can teach a really little kid how to walk around with the roller down in Splatoon. And that sort of learning can contribute towards later being able to play a more, technically complicated weapon. Everybody in the chat is going to bug the crap out of them to play motion controls. And I get why they do it, because it takes that sort of, push. It takes everybody's being like, no, I promise, trust me, like, you need to try it this way. It takes that sort of response from people to get you to continue trying it. But, like, also, it gets so exhausting to see the same comments where they're like, you're playing the video game wrong. Like, that can easily come across the wrong way. And if you're ever encouraging someone to try it, please don't be, like, pushy about it, because that really does not help your case.
Stop! Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, and that is how you beat the roller strategy, and he's learning about people who kite.
Can I move the alt indicator to, like, in the middle of the screen? I feel like I just don't know when it's happening.
This part's funny.
I have to look at where the face cam is. When it fills up, I want it to be like, whoa, your alt is ready. It already does do that. It does that. Your hair glows. Oh shit, that's what that means. All right, hold on. Oh, I thought I had like a buff from a teammate. All right, group up on me. Activate.
You haven't been playing Splatoon if you haven't had a comically timed disconnect like that.
Now, I should be able to check a box that is queue me only with people that are not using motion controls. All the motion control Mortys can play with each other. That's fine.
I guess it would really mess with queue times. I think that's one of the big reasons that they won't do it. Like, Splatoon has a small enough player base that they want to be able to funnel as many people as possible into as few game modes as possible. That's part of the reason why we have, such limited options as we have. It's so that you can get into a match quickly. A lot of people don't think about that as a feature, but like it legitimately is like a reasonable choice to make it so that you don't have to wait like 5 minutes to start a match. And if there were like so many different game modes you could choose, it would take a lot longer to get into especially some of them. Some of them would feel really dead. And the game never feels dead because of the way that they've done that. Gotten onto the air
I
spray.
highly recommend it. Very fun.
Great.
Very
Yes.
fun.
Yes. All right. All right.
I'll see you later. See you on Sunday.
Jerma's opinions are correct. I'm happy about this.